right, let's go to the college football playoff, and what we are looking at in terms of the potential field and what it would look like. Again, this is from Nick Bromberg of Yahoo Sports, using the AP Top 25 as the framework for where we would be in the college football playoff, the 12-team playoff, if it started today. So the field, as it's presented: number 1, Oregon, projected Big Ten champion. Georgia 6-1 would be the projected SEC champion as of this week. Miami 7-0, projected ACC champion, and Iowa State 7-0 is the projected Big 12 champion after the games ended this past weekend. Your first round matchups would be Mountain West champion Boise State traveling to Penn State, who would be number 5 in the rankings this week. Number 11 BYU would be traveling to number 6 Ohio State. Number 10 Clemson would travel to number 7 Texas, and number 9 LSU would travel to number 8 Tennessee. So I kind of want to do this a little bit different than we did last week, and I want to see, and this may be my dangerous brain working against me, but we're going to give it a shot. See if we can come to an agreement on how this would play out as a field. So let's start.
So we're gonna push EJ off the screen then.
I think he has a press conference to attend.
Yeah, true.
Let's start with the number 12 versus number 5. So let's go to Penn State. Number 12, Boise State travels to Penn State. So what I'll do is I'll go down the field. We'll see if we can get a majority rule and go from there. So Mikey B, who would you have? Boise State, Penn State.
Well, this was the exact same matchup last week. I'm not changing my mind. The Boise State only loss is to Oregon. Ashton Genty pounds the ground in Happy Valley and takes Boise State to the second round.
Very good. EJ.
Yeah, I think I had Penn State last week. I believe in this one, so I'll stick with it.
Well, you didn't even have Penn State as one of your top 5 teams personally in the Earnestly Speaking podcast. So there's that.
Because of the result.
Student of the game, Kyle Nash.
Fist bump with my dude Mikey B above me. Boise State takes this one because Oregon State looked like total butt playing against them and barely beating them. So I digress. Shante for second, or Shante for New York, candidate behind Travis Hunter.
There we go. Sean.
Yeah, I'm going to ride that train. I think the running attack's too strong, and I think it controls the clock. And I'm not sure the Nittany Lions get out of that one alive. I take Boise.
Take a note, Eagles Jaworski. That's how Eagles fan responds to Boise State.
Matt,
cool story.
Who do you got in this one, Matt?
Yeah, Penn State doesn't have the offense to keep up with Boise State. Give me the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. It's almost a clean sweep for Boise
Suck
State.
it, Jaworski.
I feel attacked here, man.
You are. And you should feel that.
Say if there's a tie at any point.
You just stand there in your wrongness and be wrong.
Can I change a pick then?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Motion that in the event.
Motion denied.
In the event of a tie, we just eliminate EJ's pick.
Yeah.
That's the motion.
Naturally. All right, let's go to the number 11, number 6. We got BYU traveling to the Horseshoe in Ohio State. Mikey B.
The Ohio State University.
All right. EJ.
Unfortunately, the Buckeyes.
All right. Kyle.
Ohio State. Eventually, BYU will be getting the vibe, but I digress.
Sean.
Yeah, no, they're not winning in the shoe. That's Ohio State.
Matt.
Much as I would love to pick BYU, it's Ohio State.
You would.
We'd love to all see it, Cougar fans. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I absolutely would too. And I just feel like struggling to put away Oklahoma State at home is different than beating Ohio State in the Horseshoe. That's a problem. All right, next one. Number 7, Texas hosting number 10, Clemson. Mike.
You think I'm taking Dabo?
Is anybody on this panel going to take Dabo?
Raise your hand if you're picking Clemson.
Okay, it's against my religion. I can't do it.
All right. Wait, I think I have an easy button. Hold on. There it is.
That was easy.
May I also please get a Maui for
Texas. Texas moves on.
What can I say? You're welcome.
And then the last one here, number 8 Tennessee versus number 9
Family.
LSU. Mikey B.
Honestly, I think this is the best of the first round games.
Yes.
Easily.
Both of these teams have been effective on offense. Give me big game Brian to find a way to defeat Josh Heupel here. And I think it's more because this is going to sound really weird to say this out. I think I trust Brian Kelly more than I do Josh Heupel.
And rightly so, honestly.
Family.
About it.
EJ.
No, I'll go LSU too. I'll go
All
LSU
right.
as well.
Kyle.
As odd as I feel like this is going to be to say for me here, I don't know what it is about this locker room versus what I heard at UCF, but somehow Tennessee seems to love Heupel. And just like it came up to beat his alma mater when they did battle earlier in the year, LSU served Josh Heupel a Fiesta Bowl loss. All these players have to do is find out about that. There'll be a little extra hype in there for coach. I think this is enough to give him an edge. Whereas
a little extra Heupel.
I see what you did there.
Ooh, that was
And I'm
good.
disappointed as somebody who's made this joke writing for the Black and Gold Banneret. Well, no, at the time it was Blue HQ. They don't exist, so I won't give them a bell. But I'm sure I also made that at some point doing UCF for the 3-point conversion. So I'm disappointed I didn't do it for myself. And Jim, you saved the day for me. Thank you for that. But the punchline is, yes, there will be plenty of Heupel on that way in that game. They'll also be hosting it. Whereas I feel like in that game, Brian Kelly will have more, what's his word, butterflies. I feel like he has more pressure just because of the way LSU season started, just because of the reputation he's gotten from scorned Notre Dame fans that claim they don't hate him but continue to hate him every week.
Yeah. You flatter me.
No, but listen, I joke, Jim, but yeah, I really think some Heupel, most players love that dude. It's weird. So yeah, for that reason alone, I got Josh Heupel in the balls.
All right, Sean.
First of all, props to Jim for Kyle Nash with the Heupel quote. That was well played. That was brilliant. Yeah, I'm going to make this real interesting.
You're welcome.
Nice. I'm going to make this interesting. I'm gonna roll with Nash. Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. I give me old Rocky Top. I like Tennessee in this matchup, and I hate big game Brian.
So I've guaranteed at least a split here because I know what Jim's going to pick. Matt,
Matt, what do you got?
This isn't the Citrus Bowl. It's not the ReliaQuest Bowl. This is a college playoff game where the lights are the brightest. Kirk Coupon shies away from the moments. So does big game Brian. Give me Tennessee.
sir, those Citrus Bowl games were fun to cover with him, you hater.
I'm sure they were great.
Coupons won in primetime this year.
Well, I'm sure. Well, Brian Kelly will have a chance this week. More on that later. Actually, no, that game isn't in. This game in prime time. My bad, Mike. Look, no, if this game was in LSU, I would go, as shocking as it would be to Kyle, with Brian Kelly. But I think the difference in this one, because I think these two teams are very similar.
Yes.
Both of them have what has turned out to be not a good loss. The loss to USC didn't look bad week one, looks real bad now. The loss to Arkansas, not good. Both teams have had other close calls within their conference as well to teams that are lesser than. But they're both a one-loss team at this point. But I think the pressure going on the road, like I said, if it's in LSU, I'd go LSU. But for this one, I will go Tennessee. So Tennessee advances. Shut up, BJ. All right, so now we have, let's go to the, we'll stay on this side of the bracket. We'll go number 1, Oregon, taking on those Volunteers of Tennessee, in this case, in the Rose Bowl. Mikey B.
Quack, quack, motherfuckers.
EJ.
I had LSU, right? So, oh my God.
That's not the game here, bud.
They didn't make
Tennessee
we voted
versus
them out.
Oregon.
Okay.
Tribe has spoken.
They
We-
lost.
we
They got
stopped
Bri-
it.
they
Didn't
got
we, Kyle?
Yeah.
Did we discuss in the podcast earlier today about what scenarios?
LSU
Who's
got
that?
Brian Kelly, so
You
it's
did
Oregon
say-
versus Tennessee.
You actually shoved a fence post so far up your ass when I asked you this that we never got an answer.
You said that. So if Oregon and Tennessee would meet in the playoff, who would be would meet in the game? Who you favor?
I said I asked you who you would pick, or no, what you
The
gave
spread
me a
was. The spread was it's -1. Oregon -1
for
in
a game in Knoxville. Yes,
Knoxville,
it is
right?
exactly not what we're looking at. It's going to be in UT.
I was
Right.
going to say, are we? It's actually in LA at the Rose Bowl.
I'll say this is now this second round is now
It's
in the
Rose
Rose
Bowl, right?
Excuse me, I beg your pardon.
In
Neutral site.
any case, in this spot, I will give Oregon advantage. Give me Oregon.
Quack.
He not only rambled, but he rumbled and stumbled.
Student of the game, Kyle Nash.
He damn sure stumbled because he proves he doesn't know a damn thing about college football. If you trust Dylan Gabriel in a big game against his former coach to win, you haven't paid any attention. As it stood, Ohio State, they barely escaped at home. The fraud is revealed once again to America. He loses to his former coach. Tennessee advances.
All right, John.
Quack. 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 Quack.
Why do you keep shouting
Harnessing
that
the
wrong?
spirit of Joey Harrington,
Oh,
the Oregon Ducks prevail.
Yeah,
I love it. What was that?
Sweden will look more
College
like Marcus
NCAA 03, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Cover athlete
I believe so.
with like the diamond
Listen.
plate uniforms.
he was an 05 draft, I think.
Matt.
Diamond plate.
I believe I had Oregon going pretty far in my preseason predictions, so I got to stick with it.
You don't
Yeah.
have to stick with it. You can
Whether
adjust
or not
information, Matt.
Kyle is right about Dylan Gabriel, I will like Dan Lanning on the West Coast over the Tennessee Volunteers. I think that Ohio State is at least slightly better than Tennessee. So I'll take Oregon's chances. I like Oregon here. I'm the alleged homer on them anyway, right, EJ?
No, I am.
Allegedly.
Oh no, he labeled us both as that. Last
No, you both are
That's-
really, but,
that-
I would say
that's
Mike is
fine.
definitely one. You're 1B. there you go.
Listen,
week.
That's fine.
Be.
I'll be number one. That's fine.
Mikey D's going to use a duck feather to get the fence post out of you.
I
No,
don't
no,
know.
he's- I was gonna say because I don't have a fence post stuck up
Yeah,
my
he's-
ass. I have flat out told you.
He
that I
is-
think
he-
Oregon's
I already
number
see
one.
Mike's
Mike,
Halloween
Mike
costume
is
coming.
webbed toes down
Yeah,
for the Oregon.
Four web toes down.
you already know Mike's Halloween costume is next week. His Halloween costume is going to be Oregon. so.
All right, bottom half of this bracket Fiesta Bowl, we have Boise State versus Iowa State. Mikey B.
If you think watching an entire Iowa State game made me think that they were actually going to be good enough to beat Boise State, you've lost your mind. Give me the muscle and the power of the offensive line. and
I
Ashton
appreciate the
Jeanty.
thought, but you've got the story wrong.
All right, Jim. Whatever.
Go Broncos.
All right, EJ.
First off, you're fucking wrong. Penn State beats Iowa State, but whatever. That's for another argument, one other day. Give me Boise here.
Penn State doesn't play Iowa State.
I understand that.
Sit there in your wrongness and
be
be
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah, go ahead, give it to him, Jim. Go ahead.
I'll give it-
Wrong, sir. Wrong.
Give me Boise and Genty.
All right. So to you, Penn State better than Iowa State.
Yeah.
Okay. Student of the game, Kyle Nash.
A fist bump to my Bronco brother up top. They advance.
Go.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Sean.
Don't raise your fist like that again. I get scared.
The fuck?
But your take is right. Boise State.
All right. Very good, Matt.
Well, I think Penn State beats Iowa State.
Did you
That's
go
a
to
good take. Very original.
Boise
I
State.
hate you, Matt. I hate you, Matt.
That's the joke.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess it should commend EJ for finally like saying something like with conviction, like finally saying.
I always do. We
That's
talk
not
about.
putting,
No,
like,
you do
I
not.
always do.
and
I
maybe
always
this-
do. Always do.
I was gonna try to even like say what the conversation of Tennessee versus Oregon probably was on your show. Well, if the weather's fine and there's not a 10-degree difference and the gusts of wind aren't going 4 miles an hour to the west, then maybe
Autumn fall.
possibly potentially Oregon gets the win. Maybe.
And then
That's
after
like
that, he
Minden.
shouts, "Is that a splinter?"
Nice.
Yeah, I have Boise State in the Fiesta Bowl as well. Let's finish out this side of the bracket. We got Oregon taking on Boise State in the college football playoff semifinal. Mikey B.
I'll say this. I feel like if the right side of this bracket is what we've gone over, I think the thing you're going to hear on a lot of major medias is the fact that Oregon basically has a free run to the national title game. Because I while I love Ashton Genty and I think he should be a Heisman finalist, and with the injury to Homer and Travis Hunter, he might be the favorite going into this week right now. Eventually, the offense is going to run out of gas, and they're going to not be able to keep up with someone who can score at the clip that Oregon can score. But it really feels that if this is the actual bracket, I don't know that anybody on the right side could beat Oregon, with the exception of whomever wins the Tennessee LSU game.
Yeah, and like that's where seeding really matters. And unfortunately, again, we've talked about one of the frustrations with the college football playoff is they don't reseed the bracket. So when it's presented to us, that's how it's going to play out. So if you catch the right combination of teams, you may have an easy path to the semifinal. You may have an easy path to the championship game. And then
Franklin fired, like in this scenario.
Oh, no, don't do that. I love having Coach Franklin at Penn State.
Max, don't care about your feelings, Jim.
EJ, Oregon, Boise State.
Yeah, okay, roll with Oregon.
All right, Kyle.
Tennessee. Sorry.
I knew that was coming.
Oregon, so I guess by default. It'll be sad, but the fraud would fraudulently be handled an easy road, assuming he actually had the mental fortitude for once to beat his former coach.
You'll be okay.
Can you show me on the doll back here where feeling
Where
great?
did you touch you, buddy?
I am more than happy to explain that off air, Jim. Actually, yes.
Yeah, okay. I know why. He'll explain later.
Sean.
Well, if a shark fought a sea crocodile, I think the crocodile would win. But in this case, it's Oregon.
I'm just gonna say Boise State to be the lone dissenter, but it's Oregon.
Good for you.
Good. All right. Yeah, it is Oregon. All right, let's
go sitting there, buddy.
Let's.
I mean, that is a rematch of a really good game that has already happened.
That's
this
true.
Season.
I think Lanning takes the information gained and comes up with a specific game plan. And
I would agree with that assessment, but I'm saying that is a rematch of a very good early season game between these two teams that finished. I'm looking it up right now. I think it was like a 3-point game. I think they literally
37-34 or something.
Yep.
Yeah,
37. Yeah. Gabriel in that game was 18 of 21 with 2 tutties.
All right, let's go to the left side of the bracket. We have Georgia coming off their bye, taking on Texas. A rematch what we just saw. Mikey B.
Oh boy, this one should be interesting. Hopefully the Texas Longhorn coaching staff watches all of this film and digests every piece of it that went wrong, including starting Quinn Ewers, benching Quinn Ewers, and then going back to Quinn Ewers. That was a confusing process. Kind of like trying to sign up for car insurance. That's why I have Geico.
We are not getting paid by them. Don't do that.
I mean, I'm just saying who I have as my car insurance provider.
That's the joke.
Anyway. Oh, you're right. My bad. Sorry, I pulled an Ernest there. That's on me. I don't even know who the fuck I want to take in this game.
You don't have to want one. Just who do you think's better?
Ty? I think they're both great teams. I mean,
you know who wins this game, Mike?
America.
Okay.
Actually, you know who should win this game? Army or Navy, because the fact that you should put them in your top 12. Shame on you, America.
Bandy.
They may get there by the time
they might.
All right, I've stalled this out enough to try to figure out who the hell I'm taking. I pulled a Kyle Nash there. I will take Georgia.
All right.
Definitely a Kyle Nash.
EJ.
I'm going Bulldogs again.
All right, Kyle.
Let's see. The Bulldogs won the first round. I'm taking Texas to win the second round because it always seems to be how these things work. There's no football reason for it. I'm happy to be wrong with it because, oh no, Kirby Smart in the finals. So yeah, I'm going to take Texas this time though.
All right, Sean.
The Dogs, Georgia. Yep.
All right, Matt.
Hook 'em horns.
I don't like it, but you give, Kirby Smart beat them on 1 week's prep. I'll take Georgia on, a week of rest and just licking their chops, assuming
that was my big thought as well. Was
Yeah.
that sitting around watching them beat each other around.
We've seen what the Kirby Smarts of the world can do when they have weeks to prepare.
Get that rest and kill them.
So I'll take Georgia there. All right, in the bottom half of the bracket, we have Ohio State in the Peach Bowl taking on the U. Mikey B.
Mobile quarterbacks have seemed to give the Ohio State University fits, a guy who's probably going to be on the podium in New York as a finalist for the Heisman Trophy, fits that bill very well.
Mhm.
Give me the U. Give me Cam Ward and the Canes to advance to the semis.
All right, huge Miami fan, Ernest C.J. Christian. Who do you got?
I hate you, Jim. All right. I hate both these teams too on top of that. But if I'm going to pick a team, I'm going to pick Ohio State.
Heat, bitch.
I look, I don't think Miami's even the sixth best team in college football right now, I'll be honest with you. But that's just my opinion. Give me Ohio State.
You thought they were the fourth best on the Earnestly Speaking
No, I
podcast.
did not. Whoa. I did not say that. I had Texas number 4.
Oh, yeah, you forgot about Texas. They're fifth. Whatever. Yeah.
Tennessee's 5th.
Kyle.
You mean ACC fan, Kyle? Yeah, I got Ohio State.
Sean.
Yeah, everything I said about that extra week's prep doesn't apply to this game for me. I think Ohio State takes that steam they got moving the week before and just keeps rolling. I got Ohio
he
State.
pushed the ball? Really?
Yeah.
I have faith on him screwing it up. No.
I think the week off might hurt Miami in this scenario. I don't know why.
I agree with that 100%. I agree with you on that.
I think that they come out just a step slow and Ohio State just rolls.
Matt.
The U is back. Give me Miami.
Shut up,
Gross. I also refuse to pick Miami at any point.
Come on, Matt. Come on.
They needed help to beat Virginia Tech. They needed help to beat Cal. Yeah, your luck's going to run out. Not that I don't think Ohio State is that great, but they are great enough to beat the U. The Buckeyes advance. So they move on to meet Georgia in the semifinals. Mikey B, Dogs or Buckeyes?
If you thought that a mobile quarterback was going to beat this spray painted haired bitch like I took the U, you're out of your mind if you don't think I'm taking Georgia here, because at the end of the day, I don't think that this Ohio State team is the fourth best team in the country.
All right. EJ.
Easy. Bulldogs. Easy.
All right. Kyle.
Balls. Wait, no. No.
Wrong side bracket, bitch.
That's
Midshipman.
Commodores. No,
He's my
Georgia.
Sunday morning.
Kyle, do you have the Dogs?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Sean.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. Penn State.
Mormons.
I will beat that joke to death, like I've beaten every other EJ joke to death.
EJ Jaworski.
This is the Dogs. This should be unanimous in my opinion.
Matt.
Yeah, it's the Dogs.
Yeah, I have the Dogs as well, which brings us to our college football playoff national championship.
How exciting!
Georgia from the left side, Oregon from the right.
Get
Mikey
the-
B, do I even have to ask?
It spells go. How exciting!
Quack.
Go ahead.
Quack.
Homer.
Piss off Kyle now.
Mother. Homer.
Fuckers.
Homer.
Piss
Homer.
off Kyle now.
Homer.
No, see, here's the thing. I don't piss Kyle off because Kyle understands that I at least have like some statistical thought process behind where I'm coming from. Where you, on the other hand, just say 5 names and you go, they're number 1, they're number 2. And when you ask you why, it's because Lamar Jackson's a quarterback, not a running back or something.
The
I
optics.
do because of
Like,
feelings.
the
Optics and
optics.
feelings, baby. That's right. Optics and feelings. All I care about.
There are feelings in sports.
Yeah, you're right. There are feelings, and facts don't care about your feelings. Go Ducks.
There are also facts.
EJ.
Oh, Rangers won tonight. There you go. Good job.
You don't give a shit.
I do. They just won again. On a roll. Give me Bulldogs.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Rough.
All right. Kyle.
You already know his answer.
I do, but to be fair, I will ask the question as I did. I knew what Mikey was going to say, and I knew what you were going to say. EJ.
Assuming that Dylan Gabriel has won the previous 2 big games, you expect me to pick him to win a third?
Fuck out of here!
Stop it.
Sorry.
EJ's big mad about something. Sean.
I don't care if
Matt,
it's
I'll text you.
I don't care if it's Dylan Gabriel. I don't care if it's Peter Gabriel. The real sledgehammer is coming in the form of the Georgia Bulldogs.
The real sledgehammer. Let's go.
Okay, that was good.
All of the stupid little jokes I made led up to that exact
good.
finish.
That was good.
Gotcha.
Well done. I'm proud of that one. Matt.
I'm going to go with Oregon in this one.
Ooh. All right. Well, I have Oregon as well, and by the rules set by evil twin Sean, we have to eliminate EJ's pick.
Natty baby.
That makes Oregon our
It seemed
national
the most
champion.
fair
Yeah. So
to everyone else.
Makes sense.
there we go.
Yeah, it makes sense that a fraud should be rewarded for his bullshit. That's all.
Congratulations to the Oregon Ducks on
How
your
about that?
Huddle Up
Week 7.
podcast national championship.
Wrong.
I was surprised.
No, EJ, we just did the math on it. It's,
Yeah, it's 3-3. We
Well,
eliminate you.
Check your
and then
text, Matt. You see this
go on.
shit?
so you know, but you did your best, EJ. You tried, but
What are they
Most
fucking
times-
doing? What are they fucking doing?
like when you tried, you failed.
Seriously?